Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
An all-out sprint to the finish with just hours to go before the Michigan primary. Candidates are crisscrossing the state as the road to the nomination makes a critical stop here in our state.
The coronavirus inches closer to home. 3 new cases reported in Ohio as we await results from pending tests here in the state of Michigan.
We're going to begin, though, with breaking news from Wall Street that affects pretty much all of us. The world financial markets have been in a tailspin all this Monday. At the close today, the Dow down more than 2,000 points, the worst single-day point drop ever.
And the coronavirus is only partly to blame for these losses. A squabble over oil prices between Saudi Arabia and Russia sent prices to their lowest level since the Gulf War. It got so bad this morning, trading was halted for 15 minutes to give the market a breather.
So much uncertainty right now, and if there's one thing that markets hate, it's uncertainty.
The market's obviously been very active today. President Trump has delivered a historically strong economy. The fundamentals in this economy are unbelievable.
Ahead at 6, certified financial planner Rod Maloney shows us the 2 places where today's sell-off could actually help save you money.
And that's not the only headline today related to the coronavirus.
It's now hitting closer to home. A short time ago, Ohio's governor confirmed that his state, I should say, now has 3 confirmed cases of the virus in the Cleveland area. Today, the nationwide total is approaching 600. That's double since Friday. Here in Michigan, we await on an update on the tests of 11 people with 36 testing negative. So let's bring in Karen Drew with what's being done here at home and abroad to help slow the spread here, Karen.
And there's so much to update everyone on here. A conference call with the media today. The CDC stressed that older adults and people with other serious health problems are most at risk, and the risk increases with age, with the highest risk in those over 80. They urged people in high-risk groups to take precautions, avoid crowds, especially in poorly ventilated spaces. Now, the warning comes as another cruise ship of impacted passengers pulled into port.
Held off the coast for days after 21 people on board tested positive for coronavirus. The Grand Princess has finally docked in Oakland. But for passengers, the ill-fated trip is far from over.
They're going to be offloaded in a way that protects first and foremost the community, and secondly protects those individuals.
Those who tested positive going straight to hospitals. More than 3,000 others who've been quarantined on the ship are being transferred to military bases in California, Texas, and Georgia, where they will be tested and remain in isolation for at least 14 days. Across the country, schools are being closed, sporting events, conferences, and other gatherings canceled in areas affected. Health officials urging everyone to wash their hands regularly and limit contact.
All of these things make a lot of sense, and we should be doing as much remotely as possible.
There's even discussion about whether to close the Capitol.
We want to take precautions. We want prevention, but we don't want panic.
Senator Ted Cruz and Representative Paul Gosar are staying away, self-quarantine after shaking hands with someone who tested positive. Meantime, CVS Pharmacy has announced it will waive delivery fees for medication, as those at high risk are encouraged to stay home. CVS-owned Aetna Insurance will also waive early refill limits on 30-day prescription maintenance medications for all members with pharmacy benefits administered through CVS Caremark.
Now, meantime, Wayne County announced this afternoon that it is launching an awareness campaign for older adults, so people with health conditions that could raise the risk for coronavirus, and Wayne County employees. So those groups can dial 211 to speak with someone who can answer questions about the virus. Educational materials will also be distributed through the county's Senior Services Department, including its Meals on Wheels program, because we all know a lot of those seniors, many times they hear all this information and they don't know which part to understand or trust. So,
But all these businesses it's interesting watching the creativity that people are trying to fashion around dealing with all this right now.
All right, Karen, thank you. And while the risk of coronavirus still remains low here in Michigan, Mayor Duggan and Governor Whitmer want to ensure Michiganders have access to running water. Today, the pair announced a plan to restart water service for those who don't have it and prevent shutoffs for those at risk. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester is following this story for us this evening. And Hank, this is a big move here.
Kimberly, it is huge because, as you know, water shutoffs in Detroit, it has been controversial during the last few years, heavily debated, but now the governor and the mayor of Detroit teaming up, saying now this is a health issue and that every single Detroiter needs access to clean running water. so they can keep their hands clean. Water shutoffs. The plan to cut off water to those who owe DWSD big money was controversial right from the start, but it focused on the financial bottom line. While the city worked to get many on payment plans during the last few years, some either still can't afford the bill or just don't want to pay what's owed. As a result, their service was cut. Now, because of the coronavirus, water will soon start flowing again.
If you receive a shutoff notice, it's come in the mail or it's hung on your door, you can avoid your water shutoff by paying $25. And we will keep your rates at $25 a month as long as COVID-19 remains a health threat in this community.
Hand washing is key, and the mayor and governor want to make sure everyone has access to running water in their homes.
Once we get their water back on, we want to get into those homes and be able to fix the plumbing issues so that we can get them to an average bill. Then we give them some financial assistance and they have an affordable bill.
We just really applaud them because this is the right thing to do. This is one of the best ways to minimize the spread of the COVID-19 virus. And the way that we can do this is by practicing good hand hygiene, and access to clean water is essential.
It is key, everybody agrees, but you heard Gary Brown there in the story. This is not just a temporary fix because of Corona. DWSD and the city actually hoping to reach out to those who haven't reached out to them, saying, like, if your water has been shut off, we want to work with you. We want to get into your house, identify any problems, and also work to get you on a payment plan so you have water flowing in the future. We're live here tonight in Corktown. Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank.
A huge move and one that's very much needed. Okay, Hank, thank you. And when our coverage of the coronavirus continues over this next 90 minutes of news ahead at 5:30, Dr. McGeorge is in to bring you concrete answers to your coronavirus questions. And then at 6, he's going to show you the proper way to wash your hands.
Less than 14 hours to go now before voters head to the polls. The Michigan primary, the two front runners, the Democratic race, are crisscrossing the state looking to drum up votes. Bernie Sanders has been in Michigan now since Friday. Did make a stop over in Chicago, but back here with stops all over the state. Meantime, Joe Biden has held campaign stops today in Grand Rapids and Flint, and one tonight in Detroit at Renaissance High School. Steve Garagiola caught up with the former vice president while he was in Flint. It's an all-out push to the finish now, Steve.
Yeah, a very enthusiastic welcome for Joe Biden this afternoon here in Flint. That larger Get Out the Vote rally is tonight, as you mentioned, in Detroit. This afternoon's event was really a more community event, and I think really with two purposes. Number one, to remind the people of Flint they are not forgotten, and number two, to introduce another endorsement. Joe Biden got another enthusiastic endorsement today, this one from Senator Cory Booker, who joined the former vice president in Flint this afternoon.
So for me, it is obvious that Joe Biden is the person. It's obvious because with a wounded nation, that it's obvious to me that Joe Biden is a healer.
Joe Biden has history with voters in Michigan, most notably 2009, when the auto industry collapsed.
A lot of Democrats at the time, almost 50% thought we shouldn't bail out, quote, rescue the automobile industry. It's bizarre. They're the best workers in the world. And again, they gave up so much. They gave up so much.
Stand with me for Joe Biden!
Biden told the crowd this afternoon this upcoming election is about a lot more than policy.
We have to come together to take the poison out of our politics, set aside the political and personal destruction that's going on.
You know, after this afternoon's event, I got to spend a few minutes anyway in conversation with the former vice president. We're going to put that interview on our website, clickondetroit.com. And one of the things he talked about, which I want to share with you at 6, is that you shouldn't take your vote for granted because he feels Michigan may be the decider in this presidential election. So a busy afternoon for the former vice president, and now he is on his way to Detroit. Reporting live in Flint, I'm Steve Garagiola, Local 4.
All right, Steve, we'll talk to you again at 6 o'clock. Meantime, on the other side of the race, Bernie Sanders at Metro Airport today holding a roundtable on the coronavirus and criticizing President Trump.
President Trump, I think, is quoted as saying that he has a natural, quote unquote, a natural ability, end quote, to understand the coronavirus and that that virus will end by April. Donald Trump does not have a natural ability to understand the coronavirus, and his reckless statements are confusing people in this country and all over the world.
And in fact, we'll have much more with Senator Sanders coming up on Local 4 News tonight at 6.
And the presidential primary isn't the only item on the ballot tomorrow. Voters across Metro Detroit will decide on a millage for the Detroit Institute of Arts. Voters in Ecorse and Clinton Township will vote on allowing marijuana facilities. And in Bloomfield Township, there's a public safety millage. We have a complete list of all ballot items you can check out before you vote. Just go to the decision page on our website, clickondetroit.com.
And we're just getting started on a very busy Monday. Here's Nick Monticelli.
A single mother of a 19-year-old comes to pick up her daughter from work. Instead, she is shot and killed. The latest on this investigation here in Warren.
And for the second day in a row, our high temperature begins with a 6, but that's it. Rain shows up tonight, and the cold temperatures are to follow. I'll show you how chilly it's going to get coming up. Paula?
An Oakland County Sheriff's deputy shoots through a windshield during a traffic stop gone bad, striking a pregnant 16-year-old. We're digging for answers, including talking to another teenager who was inside that car during that failed traffic stop.